business owners really want their branding and their trademark to be something strong. And trademarks are interesting because they can actually be strong or weak depending on what the trademark is. So they want to select a really strong trademark. They need to make sure a couple of things. One, that it's not generic. If I'm in the restaurant business, I can't call this thing restaurant because we can't monopolize generic words. So we want to also make sure that it's not too descriptive, and this is where some people have a hard time understanding, but they want to make sure that it's not too descriptive of their product or service. So for example, the famous case, the restaurant that named their restaurant Beef and Brew. You can't name your restaurant Beef and Brew and get a trademark on Beef and Brew if your restaurant is a restaurant that serves beef and what? Beer, right? So that was too descriptive, and so they weren't even able to protect it as a trademark. And so it wasn't really a strong trademark either. So what business owners really want to choose is something suggestive, where it tells something about the product, but it doesn't really give away what the product is. So for example, Aquafina is a good example that comes to mind that's really suggestive. Would you know, if you didn't know already what that product was, that it's water? Maybe not necessarily, but you would know some things that suggests, right, that it's aqua, meaning agua, maybe it's water, and fina maybe sort of conjures up maybe that it's fine or it's a good product, but it doesn't exactly say that it's water, it's Aquafina. And so that's a really good example of a suggestive trademark and something that business owners should really aspire to, really getting something that is suggestive but not descriptive. And then if business owners are really want to make sure that their trademark is the strongest in their brand category, they're going to go with something arbitrary and fanciful. Meaning what? Well, meaning that it has the trademark has absolutely no connection to the products or services. And you think, why would we want to do that? And the reason is because if you're able to put enough marketing dollars behind that and do a connection between the trademark and those goods or services, once you're able to draw that connection in the mind of the consumer, it's a really strong trademark. So what do we mean by that? For example, Apple for computers. If I'm going to run a restaurant where I sell apples, that's generic or perhaps really descriptive. But if I'm going to call Apple for computers, now it's arbitrary and fanciful. Many more examples have come down the pike that are famous marks, Xerox, Polaroid, things like this. Those words just didn't even exist before. And now people have made up these words and they've really drawn a strong connection to their product or service, and they've become some of the world's most strong marks.